This is the Violent Professional Podcast brought to you by AriesClothing.com.
This might have been a bad idea, the mic stands.
That's not bad. I mean, we just got to figure it out.
The table's not the best.
It's a table.
Yeah.
Would you rather stand and hold?
No, because that sounds worse. It's like, heard the crackling when the cables are hit. Like it goes ding, ding, ding.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we recorded the last two episodes like that.
Oh, shit.
And you could just hear people's fucking meat.
They're just crumpling in their hands.
Paws just fucking crippling. I'm like, when I started, I was like, don't grip the mic, just like hold it and don't move your hand at all.
They're just pumping it.
Like they're just.
Why is
like,
my hand stroking the mic right now?
Like the funnier the shit we were saying, the fucking the like grippier they got.
The more they move it around in their hands.
Yeah.
I just have to feel it.
But it's all right. I can get any of that stuff out. I just like it better because like those things make loud. You've heard them. They go when you move them.
Yep.
So
barely
it's like
touch them, like twang.
It's finding the solution for all this shit. Which I checked out that studio space or the office space yesterday. You didn't come with me, but
I know about it. I'm
telling people that are listening about it because this is all new to them. What it looks like is January we're gonna have that dedicated studio space, and I don't know if I'm gonna use sign the lease for that place that I checked out, just because like I heard that there's other places that are not as expensive. They just have a lot of perks at this one place.
Nice.
And so they have like a dedicated secretary, like they answer your calls and fucking transfer them over and shit like that. Which is cool, but I don't know if I need all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's kind of expensive for what they offer. And it's like I don't know how much we're even going to use it. If I'm going to do like the month to month, I'm going to sign a lease, or if I'm just going to do like, we need a space today, which probably makes more sense. And I think that's like
kind of wing it.
That's per hour or something like that.
Nice.
Oh no, incoming! If you can't hear this,
reminded me of Pearl Harbor.
If you can't hear this, there's an airplane flying over, and my fucking dog is barking.
Is that yours or mine?
That's mine. They might start barking at each other though.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Your dogs don't bark it?
Not really. Not at other dogs.
Fucking asshole. Barks at everything. She's barking at that airplane right now.
Nice.
Or whatever.
Well, she can't get it, so that's good.
Yeah.
She's
a fucking nutcase, dude.
I mean, she probably could kill it.
Yeah. She got it on the wing, and the fucking load ratio is just like, but she's an asshole, dude. I want her to protect like where she is.
Yeah.
Like wherever she is, I want her to protect myself, my son, and whoever else is like, around. But she's a fucking nutcase. Like I can't bring her around other animals. It's not because she's aggressive towards them. She's just super happy.
Yeah.
To see anybody. She's always around me.
I'm so happy. I want to tear you to pieces.
She'll either pee on the floor, or she'll run at another dog and go, "Let's fucking hang out." And then like the other dog gets freaked out because she's blazingly fast. Like she's a fucking lightning bolt.
Yeah.
And they freak out and they're like, "Oh no, this thing!" And she looks
What's
scary.
coming at me?
Like you've seen her. If a dog, if you didn't know her, and you saw her running at you, she'd be like, "What the fuck?" And that's the same thing that dogs have, that like with her. And so that they immediately, you see their hackles go up, and they fucking bite at her. It doesn't matter what dog it's been. Especially little dogs, they freak the fuck out. But it's been annoying because I can't bring her around, and then the more I have to fucking keep her away from people and things, she gets more worked up, and she's just like, "Oh my fucking god, I gotta hook another animal."
And then that's like whenever she meets another dog, then it's even worse because she hasn't been around them.
Yeah, it's fucking dumb. And I was gonna talk about the other thing I told you about the other day, but I don't want to get into the whole fucking thing. The guy's an asshole.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah, there was a guy that I was on somebody else's property by accident, and not by accident. I didn't know it was theirs. It's just
it's not posted, right?
Yeah, it's just some trail, and he like snuck up on me in the woods and fucking go, "Hey!" Like, I was like, "Whoa!" Fucking people are dumb, and like one thing, like the culture today, when people tell you something, just like a statement that's like, "Hey man, like I just do this and everything's fine." Like we don't need to interact. Just like don't come near or whatever. Like, and people just think it's okay to invade other people's space. Like
nowadays they consider it a social norm to get up in your face and confront.
It's like when I'm sure you've had it. It's annoying. Like when you have a new child, and like everybody wants to fucking touch your kid, and you're just like, get the fuck away from me. This isn't your kid. Like,
you don't need to hold him.
I don't care that you've had kids or you think you're good with kids. I don't know who the fuck you are. Get away from me. Also, like the same with Zia. Like when people come up and pet her, and it's just like,
can I pet your dog?
I'm trying to walk on a fucking trail. Like I don't want to stop so 500 people can go, oh my god, she's so beautiful. And then I have to fucking stop what I'm doing. I'm trying to get to the top of this mountain. It was like happened on Eleanor when I first got Zia. She's a little puppy. That was before the fucking Lake of the Angels bullshit trip I went on. But yeah. So I guess we'll kick it off, and I gotta, how much I love sponsors.
Love them so much.
I fucking love them. I love them.
Especially
2 of them. I love all of them because they help us help this podcast grow. And the first one, I don't know if any of you have heard about this company, but it's pretty amazing. It's called Aries Clothing. And maybe you heard it in the beginning of this fucking episode. I don't know. But go there and buy some stuff. You don't get any discounts, but you can pay me full price, and then I can do stuff like, buy cool shit and pay my bills and stuff. So that's fucking rad, and then I can donate to other places or maybe not. I just keep the money.
That's how business works.
Yeah. But people don't understand that. You give me money, I give you stuff. And hopefully you give me a correct address.
And a real name.
Yeah, a real name. And stop all the nonsense of like emailing me like fucking a week later and be like, oh, bro, I didn't put this on the address. Like, well, fucking asshole.
Oops, I used my imaginary address last time. Yeah. Sorry.
I didn't like that address.
I don't really live at Hogwarts.
Hogwarts. This is the second.
I don't know why it came to my mind.
Well, didn't we talk about Harry Potter or some shit?
We did, and I've never really seen all of them.
David did that.
He's probably a secret Harry Potter fan.
He's gonna hear this episode and be like, "Oh, could you please take Hogwarts out?
Please don't say my name.
We're not affiliated with it because of my job." I love you, David, but sometimes I don't know. Also, you go to evilvibesco.com. I got one of the shirts on. It's underneath the flannel shirt. And
what a coincidence. I'm wearing Aries clothing under this shirt.
Yeah. Always. You can go there and buy some stuff too, or just check out the blogs where I verbally smash everybody into oblivion. And it really upsets. Well, not too many people get upset with that. Like Aries is way more tame with the shit I put, and it seems to be like
people are more upset with Aries. Right?
Yeah, I'm like,
it's probably because there's more of a following.
Have a good Friday, fuckface, and people are like,
I'm not a fuckface.
You can't say that to me. It's like I just
clearly
did.
just a fuckhead.
You can't take me off of the platform. I really didn't say anything offended. Some of the shit that I did, because I do the ads on Aries.
Yeah.
And some of them like, oh, this one's not getting approved, and it's like I think I have an ad set running right now that's like. It's a picture of, it's the one with the skull. Because you gotta pick the, like, if you're doing Instagram, you gotta pick the
which one to promote and all that.
Yeah, the post. You know, I think you might have seen.
I've seen them. Yeah.
Yeah. So like the one right now is a skull in dirt, and it says the only true equality.
Yep.
And they fucking approved it within fucking 10 minutes because they got to look at all the ads, and some of them they don't approve. Like I've got 100 different ads that have not been approved over the time because I've been doing Aries since 2015.
Yeah.
And like, so you do these little ads and whatever. I don't really do too much advertisement. I do a very small amount because I don't really need to. But there's some fucking ads that are, I wouldn't have assumed that they would be kicked back or whatever. But then they approve the fucking one that's like really bad,
just way off,
all right,
off to the left. You're like, whoa.
The only true equality is being in the dirt. Yeah, so that's a great ad for evilvibesco.com. Go check it out. No codes there either. I'm not giving you shit for free. As many of you want to ask me, hey bro, I love your stuff.
Some evil vibes for free.
That's one of the annoying things about, like, I give out shirts all the time. I give out products and stuff. You know that.
Well, like, it's got to be to the people who don't ask for them.
Yeah, like usually if I, like, there was I was talking about that movie Mandy.
Yeah.
which I want to do an episode. I think we talked about it, but I want to do an episode where we do a movie review.
Oh, yep. I'm watching that this weekend.
You got to fucking see it, dude. It's awesome.
I told Kristen about it. I'm like, we're going to...
How does she do with scary movies?
Shit. She loves to... She'll watch scary movies during Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she's all about it.
On Christmas.
On fucking Christmas.
But yeah, like, you know, over the years that we've been hanging out and stuff like that, I've been giving out shirts like left and right. Like, there's this dude, to get back on it, there's a dude that was like, oh, where can I see that? I'm deployed and I don't know how to get it. And I was like, hold on a second. I go, what's your address? And I just sent him one.
Yeah.
There's stuff like that I do. And they're little, you know, people hit me up and they don't expect it sometimes. And I'm just like, hey, what's your address? If there's a good conversation or whatever, I'll throw some shirts their way or something like that.
If they're not a fuckface.
Yeah, but there's like and especially with the affiliate program now, like where people hit me up and go, hey man, could I be an ambassador? I'm like, go on the website, man. It's like, no, I was looking for shirts and blah. It's like,
and I have 5 followers.
You're fucking 200 followers. Not like, I love to support people within the community or that people that love the brand. Like I do it all the time, but like you just come at me with your, I'm an influencer. It's like, who are you influencing? The fucking 5 o'clock crowd at Taco Bell or some shit?
My cousin, my mom.
You're influencing them to kick me out of the Taco Bell because I shit my pants after I ate a chalupa.
I never shit my pants after a chalupa.
I shit your pants. Yeah, so evilvibesco.com. If you want stuff, go buy it and don't ask for shit for free from companies.
And enjoy it.
There's people that work really hard for their fucking businesses, and I've done it over the years. And maybe if you're not a douchebag, I'll send you some stuff. Or if you see me out on the street, I'm just like, hey, I got 5 shirts. I'm not wearing all of them. Like, what?
You're not wearing any. What's going on?
Yeah.
Free the nipple.
Let's bring it full circle to one of our sponsors we signed on a few months ago, Cleared Hot Co. You can find them at clearedhot.team on the internet, and then cleared.hot on Instagram. I don't know why I was shaking my hand. I'm doing a lot of shit with my hands right now. I've taken a lot of fish oil. I was fucking juicing this morning. You know, I'm trying to be healthier. I'm not drinking till the end of October.
He meant juicing like real juice, not
fucking juiced.
Not putting fucking juice in my.
This is the most exciting advertisement section ever that I've done. I've just been fucking running my mouth nonstop. It's probably from all that Strikeforce energy I'm drinking.
Product.
But clearedhot.team on the internet. What I like about them, and it's kind of like what we do at TASDEV, right? Mm-hmm. Is part of the money that they raise. TASDEV's a little different because they do it through their company, and then Aries donates to TASDEV from time to time, depending on who sells. Or, you know, TASDEV is like an ambassador in the ambassador program. So anybody that wants to buy from, here's a code. Let's go back to it. Use code TASDEV at Aries Clothing, and the money goes, I think it's like 20% or something goes directly to TASDEV to support the veteran uplift initiatives that we have through that. So, don't buy from Aries unless you're going to buy and use code TASDEV. You can also do that with StrikeForceEnergy.com. Use code TASDEV. It goes back to, dude, I'm all over the place right now. But yeah, Cleared Hot Co. They do part of the proceeds goes back to the veteran community.
Nice.
And so that's kind of awesome.
Do they just donate in like to different things?
I think they're doing events.
Like specific.
I think they're doing like events.
Nice.
And I'll get more specifics on that to find out what upcoming events they can have, and then I can push that out as well. And they sell T-shirts, and then part of the money goes back to the veteran community, which is super dope. Something we believe in. I'm speaking for you. Maybe you don't believe in it, but I think you do.
I believe.
So I think I'm pretty safe. Safe to say that. Also, because my mind's working 1,000,000 miles a minute, I want to give a shout out to all the patrons that have just signed up. It's truly awesome to see because with your support, we've been able to buy new equipment like this shit that Mark over here is looking at on the table.
It's beautiful.
The new mic stands, the soundboard, the recording devices, shit like that. It's awesome. Patrons, thank you so much for supporting the podcast.
Thank you guys. It's made it a whole lot easier for Mike to set up. So I come over and it's like, boom, he's ready to go, as opposed to like a month ago, it'd take us like an hour to set up. So this is really cool to see. It's been helpful. It's been mind-blowing to see that the support has gone this far. It's awesome.
And it's downsizing too, because like I had the laptop.
Yeah, I went from this huge space to now it's like not taking up a bunch of room. It's cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm all about, dude.
Minimalist.
Especially as we get ready to transition to an office.
Yep, for sure.
Office. I like to call it the studio.
Studio, man.
And it'll just get better from here on out. So thank you guys so much. I think there's too many at this point to name. I mean, I could, but it'll just take up like more time on this fucking space that I'm already taking up. So thank you again. And if you want to support us, also go to Violent Professional. Or no, fuck, fucking stupid. Go to patreon.com/Violent Professional and you can support us. What's cool about it, for all the people that support us and they know, is that I put a ton of content on there. I don't think you've been on Patreon. I could show you after this, but I put on content that isn't available, like the fucking Florida Man rap that I put together. You heard that, right?
Yep. You sent it to me.
I want to say the part about it is I want to push it out to everybody. I want to push out all that content out, but like I save the fucking little gems like the Florida Man rap. Mm-hmm. I saved that for the patrons because they
deserve it.
Yeah, it's fucking
because they deserve it. And you assholes don't.
Yeah, you guys don't deserve anything. You just get to listen for free. But yeah, so if you want to get like some dope content that's not available, or maybe not dope, like the David video. I think I put that out like maybe a week I just put out like a screenshot from it.
Yeah,
but there's a whole video advertisement for David. I mean, he doesn't deserve it because he made me take out fucking sections of it. But anyway, but yeah, there's like little video clips and other kinds of stuff that I put on there. And you can sign up on Patreon for as little as $1. And then you get all that content as well as all the episodes early. So like this episode is going to drop in about 2 weeks in about a week from Monday. And then everybody that's a patron will get this episode way before everybody else. So they got like 3 episodes in the hopper right now.
Nice.
They can listen to.
Very nice.
And hopefully they don't like sell it for more to people that are like, man, give me that content.
Let me get some of that content.
Y'all got any of that content, Joe Rogan?
Juice with that content.
That's a weird thing, content. Consuming content. That's like
masturbate to your content.
Oh, your fucking content is so big and hard. Anyway, this is the longest advertisement section ever, and we're doing a little outline this time, so I'm a little more focused and better about it, because usually we just start off, and I may lose it, because whatever. I'm not really, as you know, I'm not like really like to look at stuff.
Yeah,
I just like the free flow.
It's a conversation, man.
Yeah. So, but as we grow, we got to be a little bit more professional.
My content will grow.
We got to be a little bit more violent professional. Yeah. So, oh yeah,
that one was mine, right?
Maybe. I don't know. So you were telling me about a dream you had.
Oh, fuck me. I mean, don't really fuck me, but this dream.
So let's hear about
dream I had, man. So if you ever had one of those really vivid dreams that bounces from like scenario to scenario, and it's like you're fucking there, right?
I told you I've never had that.
Yeah. So it's,
I maybe have, but I don't know.
I'm more addressing the Patreons.
Or the listeners. Because now this shit's free and they don't, they don't have to pay for this shit.
Yeah, that's right. So, bounces scenario to scenario, and it's very, very vivid. I know that I'm dreaming in a way, but I can't control it at this point. So I'm in this dream, and I have some buddies that bought property in Vegas, right? So we're walking around this abandoned building. Like they bought it to open a business. I don't know what kind of business it was, but it was there. And we're walking around this building, inspecting it. It's all locked up and shit. We're walking around the outskirts of it outside. I come across the back corner of it, and the scenery changes. It's like, boom. Instead of Vegas, it's the Northwest, and it's foggy, it's wet, it's damp. It's, green, a lot of green shrubbery, trees, and fucking grass and stuff. And I'm walking around the edge of this building, and this fucking this deer comes at me, right? Out of nowhere, just out of the fog. Ugliest fucking deer I've ever seen in my life. Left side of its head, it had like missing antlers, just completely like normal head. Right side, it was like ground down, fucking rounded, ugly, short antlers. Just looked like
somebody take a bus, like a sander to it, or
right?
Like
yeah,
it was smooth.
Like it was rounded, and like one of them was jagged, like it got cut or something, or it just broke off. So maybe he was in a bad fight. I don't know. But his face was all fucked up. He's like snarling, part of his teeth were showing, so maybe it was like skull. I don't know, but it was coming at me, grunting, and it bowed its head and it started trying to ram me. So I picked up this garden tool like a hoe. I mean, not like I was a hoe, but I picked up a hoe.
Where did you get the garden tool?
It just happened to be on the ground in front of me at this point.
Oh no!
Wow, what a coincidence! So I picked up this garden tool and I stuck it out at the deer, and I was like pushing it down on its one good antler, or shitty antler, whatever it was. Its only antler. And I was pushing it down, and I'm yelling at this fucking deer, like, fuck you, deer, get away from me. All of a sudden, a goat comes out of the left side. It's like a brown and white goat. And it starts ramming the fucking deer, like in the side. Yeah. Like, yeah, fucking goat, get him. Like, get him, motherfucker. So goat's on my side, right? But then the scenery just, boom, changes in an instant, and we're in this, like, industrial kitchen, me and these other guys, and I have the deer's head already severed from its body.
Fuck yeah.
On the fucking counter, this, like, metal countertop, and I'm, like, I got a knife in its face, and I'm cutting off the meat from its face.
You're, like, carving it like a turkey?
Yeah, exactly.
Not, like, stabbing it in the face?
But it was raw still, so I'm just going in there trying to take the meat out of it.
What a weird thing to eat.
Absolutely. So
meat.
I'm thinking, yeah, face meat, neck meat, yum. So in my dream, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna eat this meat. I'm just processing this deer right now, just the head. I don't know where the fuck the body is. So ugly face, it's still looking at me. I'm just cutting into it. And
is its eyeball moving? Or like its
eyeballs are staying still. It's just black, it's just black eyes.
It's not like looking at you and it's like, hey, stop.
No, but that would have been crazy. Yeah. Anyways, I'm cutting into it. And I stop, and I'm like, why the fuck am I cutting into this deer's face to eat this meat when it was just attacking? Maybe it's got something wrong with its brain or some shit. Its brain is attached to its head, and I'm about to eat the meat from it. So at that point, I woke up from my dream. This is real life now, 5 minutes before my alarm goes off. Get up and get ready for work. I work at shitty hours, so it's dark outside. It's dark in the house. It's middle of the night. I get up, and I'm getting ready for work. Takes me about 15 minutes or so. I go out to my car, I'm just normal motion, and get outside and my searchlight's on, like my sensor light that just goes at motion detector. I'm like, what the fuck? So I turn the corner and I look at my Jeep, and there's 3 deer standing next to the fucking Jeep. And they just stop and look at me. I'm like, oh, fuck me. Don't fuck me, deer, but my God.
And they didn't look all fucked up.
No. They were completely normal deer. One of them ran off. The other 2 just kind of stood there and looked at me until I walked a little closer, and then they took off down the street.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Which, I mean, it's not a super rural area where I live, but there are a lot of apple trees. So I figured they just come down from the fields and stuff, and they jump on those apples, man.
Get on them.
Get them apples.
It's super weird.
Super weird that my subconscious knew there was deer outside.
I think it. Let's dissect this. So you were in Vegas. Mm-hmm. You were recently in Vegas.
Yes.
The deer I got no answer for. And then you're back in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
Just I can't.
Big circle.
I'm not a dreamologist, if that's a thing. But it's just weird.
Maybe one of the listeners knows about dreams.
Yeah, maybe if you know about dreams, you can dissect his fucking dream,
like I was dissecting that deer face.
Yeah, I mean, call in call in
right
call
now.
In to a number that doesn't exist. You got to understand something about me with me recording, and I'm sure if you've been listening for a little bit, even if you don't know me, you can understand that sometimes I just say shit. My brain's going a different direction and words come out and I'm like, what the fuck?
What did I say?
It's always an adventure, and that's why I like listening to these episodes afterwards, because like, to me, they're always funny. That's why I keep doing this.
Hell yeah.
Like, if I didn't think it was, other people think it's funny too, but probably for other reasons. But I think like just the way the conversation goes, and that like sometimes I laugh hysterically at myself because I'm like, what the fuck was I talking about? None of that makes sense. And like, because I know how my brain works, like I'm operating on a certain, just like anybody does, they're operating on it. But a lot of times I leave out the preparatory phrases for people to understand.
Yeah.
What I'm getting at. And so there's sections of like other episodes I've listened to where I'm like, I understand what I was talking about, but nobody else does.
Any fucking
and they're just
sense.
Like, they just like, move on.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like, because sometimes like I listen to it and it's that same thing, and I'm like, how the fuck did they not go, what the fuck are you talking about? That was one of those situations.
So David will laugh at anything we say.
Yeah.
Like, David, do you even know what we just said?
I wonder how face meat tastes on a deer because I haven't had that. I mean, I don't think that's something.
I feel like I'd try it. There's got to be meat on the face.
It's tough though if you're eating like the jowls or something.
Yeah.
Jowls, I think, is just fat. I don't think jowls.
I don't know what the term
like the
for jowls.
Cheek muscle.
It's just the cheek muscle.
No, jowls is like the hangy fucking on like bulldogs and shit.
Okay,
or some fat lady.
Just the face.
Yeah.
Jowls.
Some of our listeners have jowls. No offense to you guys. I love you all because you listen.
And your jowls.
Yeah, I love you and your jowls.
You're just shaking them.
Stay here. Stay as long as you can. For the love of God, listen to me. Yeah, so I think it's just the cheek meat.
Yeah.
The cheek meat.
I feel if that was what was left to eat,
you have
process
to.
That shit.
I mean, people eat people when they
boil the head, right?
It was that was the plane crash?
Yeah,
South America, right? The soccer team.
I thought it was a rugby. Is it
maybe
soccer?
I don't fucking know.
Some kind of team.
Yeah,
probably a soccer team.
I knew it at one point, but they ate each other.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure they ate the face.
No, they started with the ass.
They started with the ass?
Butt meat.
But I'm pretty sure they ate the face, too.
They ate ass.
Yeah, of course.
Literally. But face meat, whatever was accessible. They just took a chunk.
I assume it'd be tough, though.
I feel like it would, but I feel like that'd be the first part to
cheeks,
kind of condense and dry out.
Because you don't want I posted something the other day. I was like, I'm like Pennywise the clown. I like my meat terrified. The more terrified it is, the better it tastes. Mm-hmm. Which is not true. I think it tastes fucking horrible if you like torture an animal. But that's what like nobody hit me up about it. But I know there was somebody like, oh god, he doesn't even understand. It's like you gotta understand the shit I'm posting is for fucking comedic value.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not actually a proponent.
You're not out there trying.
I'm not like
I don't purposely.
I'm not
step on my chickens before I.
Like PETA's out there and they think they want the ethical treatment of animals, but I'm all about. Eating terrified animals. So the worse shit you can do to them, the better. No, I don't fucking think that. Like, you gotta understand, like, Aries is kind of a comedic thing.
Yep.
It's sort of pseudo-comedic, aggressive, violent. Then Evil Vibes is just straight up, like, you're a piece of shit. Like, here's some words about what I think about. Yeah, and then Violent Professionals, all comedy, and it's more of a comedic thing. So there's, like, different things that are all
different avenues.
Yeah, it's just like different spectrums on all that shit, which I'm trying to reach.
Mm-hmm.
But people think I'm serious at all times. Like get fucked. You know what I mean? Like get fucked.
Fuck, man.
Yeah. Seriously and not seriously, get fucked.
So on the topic of dreams, 180.
It's not 180. You were just.
Well, I mean, like we went.
Started talking about.
I fucked that up. Meat. Maybe it's not a 180. It's like a.
You'll get the segue.
Fuck.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Had this other dream a long time ago. It was like 2012 when I first bought my house, right? Have you heard of like you know what a succubus is?
Yeah, the like a demon chick that comes and fucks you at night.
Yeah, so they don't always fuck you though.
Like she fucks you even though you're the dude.
No.
What else they do?
I didn't get fucked, all right? I didn't get fucked, Mike. Traumatizing situation.
I've called some females succubus, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. Maybe I was just saying shit arbitrarily.
So it doesn't always have to be a sexual succubus, right? So just bought my house, 2012, and I was moving into it. I was the one doing all the work. My ex, who was my wife at the time, was not doing any of the work. I was moving everything. She was pregnant. I was getting everything moved all by myself. Ton of shit to move into the house. Not sleeping much. I was on like 24 hours or 48. I don't remember.
Was this when you moved out of the carport?
Yes. Oh. Yes. Into the house. So moving all this shit in, and it was the first night I slept in my house, and I was by myself, and I lay back in the bed, and I remember like falling asleep, but then I remember like clear as day opening my eyes, and there's like the chick from The Ring, right above.
With her hair over her face?
Yeah, hair over her face, but she didn't have a face. It was weird. It's just completely blank. Right, and I'm like getting goosebumps thinking about it. I was creepy as shit. So
traumatizing to you.
Her hands were on my arms, my upper shoulder arms, like my biceps.
Was this almost a lucid dream, or were you like?
It felt like I couldn't fucking do shit. Like I was there.
You were alive.
My eyes were open.
You were alive.
I couldn't talk. I couldn't yell.
You were really awake.
I could breathe. Yeah, okay. And I couldn't move. My entire body was just frozen, like fucking solid. And I was trying to move, like I was trying to fight, like I wanted to get up and punch the shit out of this bitch, right? So I was like,
sleep paralysis.
Yeah, sleep paralysis, 100%.
You saw this fucking thing
right in my face. So I was like, I was mad, dude. I was like trying to shake and trying to fucking just force. I couldn't do it. Like I felt like my arms raising a little bit, and then boom, I'd be like frozen again. I'm like, what the fuck? Trying to yell, and I can't move my mouth. Can't do anything except for breathe. So this thing is just right there. So it lasted like 5 to 10 minutes. I feel like could have been seconds in a dream.
Yeah.
But I eventually came to and stood up, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? Never happened since, but that was a very creepy experience for a dream.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's fucking weird.
But I've heard after researching a little bit that has a lot to do with not getting sleep. So people that don't get a lot of sleep tend to have that happen more often.
This creepy fucking thing was like, no, you need to rest.
Yeah. Let me hold you down. Just sleep.
So
Don't
that was
get
a
up.
succubus.
That's what they classify it as.
A demon chick that just comes and fucking makes you lay down.
Yeah, so it gets on top of you. That's why people kind of correlate it to sitting on your
horrible,
dick.
Dude.
It's a weird experience.
Yeah. I used to be terrified of sleeping when I was younger. It like freaked me out. I mean, I think it's common for people to be weird about sleeping because you're basically drifting off into fucking the nether.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Everything shuts down, and then you start dreaming. And it's odd to me. And it used to freak me out when I was much younger. I couldn't sleep over at houses, at friends' houses. I'd like fucking
just wondering what's in the darkness.
Yeah. No, I just couldn't sleep, and that bothered me. It's not like I was an insomniac or something like that, just because I was worried about going to sleep. I think from what I remember, I used to have a lot of fucking weird dreams when I was a kid. Like, there was this one dream I used to have where there was like, you know what an Eye of the Beholder is?
Yeah. So
it was in the Dungeons and Dragons area. Fucking nerd! I used to have a dream where this fucking floating eyeball I was running from it, trying to hide from it, and I'd see red light. This is like the only dream that I remember from my fucking childhood. Like, it always terrified me because I'd always had this fucking same dream, and I think maybe that's why I didn't like going to sleep or whatever. But like, you could see where it was like, it was looking around the town that I lived in at the time. And I think this had to have been when I was 6 years old, and it would go up and down the streets, and you could see the red light, light, and it was not a
was
beholder.
It like a beam, or was it just?
No, it's just like red light. You could see like there was trees and shit, like a hill.
Okay.
And I'd get out of that house. It wasn't my house, and this isn't a dream.
Yeah.
And I'd go like fucking try to run out of town, and you'd see like, and like look down the way, and you see the red light, and I'd have to hide again, and then you'd see the red light, and I could look up and see its eye fucking moving around, sharp teeth and shit. And that used to freak me out.
It sounds freaky.
Yeah. As a kid, that's fucking terrifying.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
here's one for you. I remember one from my childhood. I had to be about 4 years old, right? I don't know why I remember this one so well. Lived in Guam at the time, okay? And for the Chamorros, if there's any listening, you'll understand exactly what I'm fucking talking about, which is creepy. No, seriously, I'll explain, okay?
Okay.
So there's a lot of folklore in Guam, a lot of superstition in Guam. So Chamorros are very superstitious, especially when it comes to like the spirit world type stuff.
What's a Chamorro?
Chamorro is a Guamanian.
Okay.
So it's the nationality that lives there. So I'm a kid. I'm pretty sure this is a dream, because if it was real life, I guess, this is what I remember it as. It feels real to me. So I'm in my room, which it was kind of like based like a crib, right? I could still get in and out of it. It was like a convert bed crib type thing. I was young. So I remember light coming through the window, which was across the room from me, and the wall is on my left. So I'm sitting there in this bed. I sit up, and I have this toy in my hand. It's like an airplane stuffed animal with a wind up on the side, and it makes music, right? So you twist it and it plays a tune. So I remember it was like my favorite toy, stuffed animal. It's like all I had to keep me comfortable, whatnot, it was my comfort toy. And I'm looking to the left as a kid, and there's like a shadow. It's a straight line, which is like the base of the shadow, and then above it is, obviously where the light would be. And if you hold your hand up, you could be like, do a shadow puppet, whatnot, so on the wall. So I'm sitting there and I look to the left and I see like a small movement. So I'm thinking, okay, something's outside. So I look across. It's got to be like 5 p.m. or 4 p.m. or so. It's dusk. It's getting to be dusk. There's nothing outside and the blinds are kind of part way open. So I'm sitting there and all of a sudden one pops up and it looks like a sock puppet with like a KKK hood, but it's like folded over, right? It's like a weird looking fucking sock puppet thing.
Hey there, Mark.
This is fucking creepy. It starts moving, right? It's like moving back and forth, like it's turning its head. There's no facial features or recognition or anything. It's just a form on the wall, and it's got a mouth thing that opens up. It's doing this weird. I'm moving my hand right now, but it's doing this, right?
Distracted. It's scaring me. It's so realistic.
But it's like it's wearing like a fucking jester hat,
it's
or
like
some
a
shit.
dunce cap.
Yeah, but it's like up and then folded over. Sock cap, yeah. So then I'm sitting there, and it's like it's yelling at me. I can't hear anything. There's no sound. It's a fucking shadow, right? Then another one pops up next to it, and they start doing this to each other, like talking to each other. And they have these little fucking arms with like sharp claws, like only like 3 or 4 fingers on each hand. And they're talking to each other and they're like looking at me. And for some fucking reason, I'm not scared. I'm just like mesmerized by looking at them. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not thinking what the fuck as a 4-year-old, but I'm thinking like, what is this?
How would you be? I mean, of course you're not terrified because you're like looking at these shadows that go blah, 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 and they have little tiny arms like T-Rexes.
At the point, this is the point where they're not scaring me. I'm just confused and I'm like interested. So this is where it gets weird.
Come play
One
with
of
us.
them reached out of the wall and grabbed my toy and pulled it into the wall. As it was pulling into the wall, I was still holding the toy, and I pulled back. I was fighting with this shadow to give me my toy back, and I ended up trying to bite it. I bit into a shadow on its arm. It pulled its arm back into the wall, did the hand motion like, fuck, it bit me, motherfucker, and then they disappeared.
Yeah.
So fast forward 15, however many years, 15 years, let's say, I don't know, fucking, I was in high school, right? I meet up with some Chamorro dudes, and I was telling them about...
You were in Guam from...
I left Guam when I was just about to turn 5.
Okay, so you met some people from Guam in your high school? Okay.
Yes, in high school I met some people from Guam, and we got to talking about some spirit stuff. Just because that's what kids in high school do. You talk about weird shit.
Weird shit. Kind of like, I mean, it's not just in high school. We've continued
we talk about
that.
we're doing it right now.
I'm 36. I'm about to be 37. And I'm still talking about weird shit.
So one of them brings up these little shadow, like, spirits that lure kids into the woods and eat them in Guam.
Fuck yeah.
So it's a real thing. And
so that's like the mythology behind it.
Yes.
You probably heard that
they say
at some point or something.
And that's why kids don't go out at night by themselves in Guam.
Yeah.
Very superstitious that these demon things are going to pull you into the woods and eat you. Tatuamona or something is what they're called. Very creepy, very creepy. But I remember that from my childhood, just that vivid dream. I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
Never forget that.
Stays
and then
with
hearing,
you.
when that guy told me about that, I was like, you're fucking lying to me. So I looked it up. I was like, holy shit. If you Google that.
Can you Google it real quick?
Pulled it up.
Do you know how to spell it?
Yeah.
For people that want to look it up as well?
Yep. Tao Mona, Mona.
Look at this shit.
So it's also commonly written as one word. So it's 2 words, but it's written as 1 word a lot. Translated as people before history or ancient people. Spirits.
Ooh, it's almost Halloween.
Of ancient inhabitants believed to haunt the mountains and wild places of the Mariana Islands, which include Luta, Saipan, Tinian, and Guam in Micronesia. Let's see.
This episode will drop in October. So it's leading into Halloween. I think all of October should be nothing but episodes about weird shit. Other than what they already are. I mean, like spooky stuff. So this is good. Twa-twa-demona.
Tau-mona, maybe? Tau-mona?
I like my version better.
Pregnant Chamorro
Do you
women
have a
are
picture?
often told to use perfume to mask their scent or to wear their husband's clothing and to stay indoors at night to keep them away. So maybe they take women too.
I don't really believe any of this shit. I think it's just
Let's see.
a precautionary tale to not get your kids stolen in the woods and sold into human trafficking rings. So that's probably what happens.
To scare your kids. It's a thing to scare your kids, right?
The little white boy Mark here would have been a nice little treat for those fucking
Let me see if I
slavery rings.
Stealing. Whoa.
Is there a picture of these things?
I'm gonna check that in just a second. All right. Google image search. All right. It's loading. Refresh.
That's just a picture of you with a sock over your dick. Reaching your arms out.
Sorry.
That's some website you made. It's your Wikipedia page.
Dicksock.com. Don't go to that website, guys.
Dicksock.com.
Yeah, mine's not loading very well.
All right, tell me how
to... Here we go. A little bit. Showing a bunch of trees.
That's probably what it is.
That's a creepy looking one.
Is that what it looked like?
No, not at all.
Nope. That's just what you saw.
Yep. But what the other guy told me was that the ones here we go. Boom. One depiction of shadow-like beings.
Those just look like traditional, like Grim Reaper type things, though.
Yeah, true.
Well, cool. If anybody finds a picture of it or wants to draw some shit based on his description, we'll post it up. Use it for promotion of.
Yeah.
So, do that.
It was a creepy dream, though, guys.
I can totally see what you're talking about, seeing as no images came up. Speaking of Halloween, are you dressing up this year?
It'd be kind of weird if I did because I work.
Yeah, but I mean,
I could.
You could dress up as one of those fucking Tadamo.
I could.
I'm dressing up as Momo, the duck weirdo.
There's this page that I follow. There's a couple pages I follow. One of them, Real Flesh Masks.
What the fuck?
On Instagram?
Yeah.
They make like these movie quality like masks that go like all the way down to the bottom of your chest, right?
So you wear a shirt over it or something?
Yeah,
like that?
yeah. So you can wear a shirt. Some of them look like normal people. You could be like an old man. There's ones with tits, so you could be like a chick.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so weird, dude. So weird.
You fuck the tits.
I mean, I don't know if
I want to buy that.
I want to
for
buy
Halloween.
That, just feel it. I want to feel myself.
I want to buy it for Halloween.
Just walk around and see how many dudes
tits.
you can pick up.
It's like an old lady, though, right?
No, it's a young lady. It's a hot tit lady, dude.
I want to buy it.
They're like $500.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
Just talking in deep voice.
Tuck my dick and sack back.
Oh man, but yeah, they're like $500 to $1,000 depending on which one you want. That. If you look at their site though, you're like, okay, I want to buy one now. It's fucking. I'm gonna show you this shit now.
Yeah, we do that a lot. We're like, if you look it up,
pull that up.
Like, I can only think about it. I'll look it up later when I have to edit this episode. Be like, what is he talking about? We could just. The world is our oyster. We could look up whatever. I don't know if that term applies to it, but we could look it up. The world is our oyster. That's a stupid term.
Look at this shit. So there's the chick one with tits.
With no eyes.
Because your eyes go in there.
It looks like a tranny.
I'll show you a video of one of them like moving around.
So I'm looking at this old man. What is it? Real Flesh Mask. It's fucking weird, dude. You can find them on Instagram, Real Flesh Mask. Go look and see what I'm talking about.
They have some that look completely normal, and then they have ones that
they got the naked chicks on there?
Yeah, dude.
So that's okay. You can put naked chicks on fucking Real Flesh Mask. You know people jerk off to this page.
Fake tits. Yeah.
Somebody jerked off to the last picture.
Wait till this one loads.
Damn, that's realistic, bro.
Yeah,
minus the eyes. That's fucking weird. You can be a country singer. There's a hillbilly looking dude. So there's somebody in there.
Yeah, there's somebody in that. It's just fucking moves
crazy.
Moves with your face. It just looks like a bigger head a little bit, but he can.
You'd be looking at somebody.
You're like, is that guy?
If we had like money to just blow on this shit, we could do a podcast wearing this and be like,
and we'd talk normal.
And you so weird.
And Matt, look at it. He's blinking. You know, it looks fucking kind of normal
because your eyes are in there.
Yeah.
He's wearing a polo shirt. These things are dope.
His neck looks a little stiff, but dude, he looks like he's a normal person. Kind of. You wouldn't second guess that guy, right? If he was wearing glasses, you wouldn't fucking know.
You wouldn't know at all. That's the only thing that's weird about it is the eyes because they're not like super net.
Yeah,
The rest of it's just
that's like the only way you can tell is if you stare at the guy's eyes or girl.
Fucking weird.
Wearing it.
If you're looking for something Halloween wise, go to Real Flesh Masks. They're not sponsoring this episode at all, but
they're fucking cool.
I just learned about it. I think they're fucking dope. They look real, and I can't.
If I had the money, I'd probably buy one. I don't know what I'd be.
How do you describe what looks real? You can't.
You can't.
Go check out that fucking Instagram page. It's super weird. Speaking of Halloween.
Are you dressing up?
I don't know. I've got a son. He likes to dress up, but he likes to buy, like, we'll go to like Spirit Halloween or whatever, and he'll pick something out. It's like fucking $100. And then like we'll go. He's like, I want this one and I want this one. And it's like 15 different like costumes later. Like it's kind of it's kind of annoying because it's like just pick something for Halloween. Yep. So I never dress up though. I never dress up. But so I might dress up this year. Nice. I don't know. Probably not. I'll probably just continue my trend of being myself.
Back when I was in high school, I'd go buy a mask so I could just like scare my friends. That was about it.
Yeah.
I stopped trick or treating when I was
kind of
like
weird.
10.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Like holidays, I'm not really into fucking holidays. I've never been into them.
When I was in high school, my parents had like a detached garage. It was down closer to the road. Yeah. And I would make like a little haunted house so kids would come up and I'd scare the fuck out of them every time. I'd like hide in the rafters and have like this hand that comes down, floats towards them.
You'd actually try to kill him?
Elaborate, dude. No, I didn't try to kill him.
Yeah. Fucking Halloween. Yeah, I haven't dressed up ever. I'm not really into that shit.
No, not. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I try to be, and like Halloween used to be my favorite holiday. Like I like the cooler weather. Like it's starting to turn that way now.
You like seeing the slutty costumes.
You know, I don't really care about that either. But like I used to like it, and then cooler weather and stuff like that, and I try to do it, but lately it's just like, can we get this shit over with? Like,
hurry the fuck up.
Let's just go buy you some candy from the store. But I'm not trying to ruin his childhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you build those traditions in your family or whatever. But it's like I don't really have it. I just want to go. I just want
Thanksgiving.
I just want to go home and fucking.
I just want to eat.
Yeah.
I want to clean up.
Yeah. You just have Thanksgiving at my house. I feel all depressed and drink myself silly. Yeah. So anyway, speaking of it, I just went to Winco Foods to pick up those batteries that I needed.
At Winco?
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had batteries at Winco.
They got, it's
I probably knew that.
It's a grocery store, but it's like...
They got a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah. Winco is like Walmart's like stepchild that he doesn't like.
Like, we don't talk about Winco.
Yeah. Because they got the weirdest people there, man. It's like...
Winco dates grocery outlet.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that couple.
I feel like it's like a grocery store that... Like if zombies got the cure, like the cure.
That's where they'd shop.
They would shop there when they're trying to figure out what to eat because it's all it's all kind of rotten.
Yeah,
like, you go there, vegetables are on the floor.
Secondhand store of groceries,
and it's kind of like the same kind of people that go to Walmart, go to Winco.
Yeah,
but it's like a little slightly shittier. Like,
yeah, I get it.
So yeah,
everything's about to expire.
Yeah, it's like the expired food from Walmart.
It's cheaper.
They have a ticket that's like it says like Best Buy.
Yeah, tomorrow,
or usually it's like an expiration date.
Yeah,
it has an expiration date on food like chicken and stuff like that, and then like the underneath, like on top of that label, will say Best Buy.
They just sticker over it.
They just put a sticker over it, but it's already expired. You're like, this chicken kind of smells like feet.
Why is this beef turning blue?
Well, I cooked it and it's white on the inside, so it's still chicken, I guess. But yeah, it's fucking...
No offense to anybody that shops at Winco. I've
totally
met
every bit of offense.
I've eaten the beef from there before. It's not bad.
I'm pretty sure it's a safe needle exchange.
It's got to be.
I don't know how deep I can go before they decide to like, oh, he's talking shit.
Winco's going to sue us.
No, I don't think that. It's all satire. You just say it's satire.
Yeah. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't know. I've only been there one time. Well, 2 times. And today was one of those 2 times. And I'm just not impressed.
I used to shop there.
Yeah. I mean, it's great prices, but you're risking your health.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I didn't buy like my produce there. If that's what you're asking.
There's good shit there.
Frozen stuff, I'm okay.
It's pretty much my diet consists of frozen stuff completely.
But you cook it first.
Yeah.
I just eat it frozen.
Hot Pockets, man. My microwave, like my son just got
Hot Pockets.
And it's like the recommended cooking fucking guidelines. And no matter what, it's always frozen on the inside. Like one little section.
Yep. You have a shitty microwave.
Yeah, dude. It doesn't cook it. It's got a spin table thing.
Yeah. Yep.
It just doesn't ever cook it.
Terrible.
Fucking joking. You're fucking kidding me.
You either have it still frozen or they explode. And then you're like, well, fuck.
Yeah. Jim Gaffigan's thing is the best. The Hot Pocket little skit he does. I don't know if it's the best.
It's totally the best. You just said it was.
Yeah. It's just something
it's
he
the
does.
Fucking best.
let's talk about, since this has nothing to do with Halloween, it could drift into that, but we have this issue with where I said, like, I can't remember what episodes, but if you stop yourself from saying shit, you start losing your rights. And,
absolutely.
And people that want nothing more than to scream at you for not, using your rights, or scream at you for saying what you think, you're giving into them, essentially.
Absolutely.
Because you feel like you start doing it one time, and then you start doing it another time, and you're like, well, I can't say that. Well, I can't say that.
And then you start feeling okay with it.
I used to do that on some things like Aries, and then I stopped doing it, and I don't get banned for shit. Because I'm not drifting into certain areas that they like to ban.
Yeah.
But I'm being aggressive and stuff. I'm not calling for violence. I'm not doing any of that shit that's actually against the First Amendment, right?
Yeah.
It's not in the First Amendment.
You're not inciting violence, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm being aggressive and saying what I want to say. There's certain things you can say, the First Amendment, certain things that doesn't apply to that.
Yeah.
And it goes with some of the stuff like I censor some of the shit on some of the episodes for reasons, because the people can lose their job or get in trouble.
Yeah.
And then people will hit me up and go, oh, I just can't have that on, or I can't have that episode. Like, can you just delete it?
Risk my career.
Could you take out these parts? And it's frustrating because I go and edit these episodes, but it's just for the sound quality, right?
Yeah.
I don't really like cutting shit out. And it's super annoying when someone gives me a list of things to do.
Oh, yeah.
To cut out, and it's like, bro,
and you're taking out 15 minutes of the episode.
This isn't just one person. It's been a few times. Yeah. There's episodes I haven't put on.
Yeah. I remember you've told me about a few of them.
Yeah, and it's annoying and it's kind of silly. It's like, would just be by you coming on here with the shit I've said in other episodes, like the stuff we've talked about in other episodes. We make a cult, like obviously everybody knows it follows. That's bad enough if you decide to come on, so you shouldn't it shouldn't hinder what you say.
If you know the content from other episodes, then you know what you're getting into.
So what I wanted to talk about is this comic that was kicked off of SNL, like right after he was fired, like the day after. Did you know about this at all?
Vaguely. Okay, I don't know all the details.
So somebody that was hired on SNL said a bunch of racial shit on a podcast from years prior to it.
Is this the one where he was making fun of Chinese people?
Yeah, and they hired a Chinese person, which they don't. SNL is known for not having whatever. I don't know if they're known for that, but I heard that somebody say that.
It's really weird that he would get fired for that.
Yeah, but
when Dave Chappelle did the exact same thing on his new special.
Yeah, but Dave Chappelle's a different thing. He can say whatever the fuck he want. Yeah, and people can scream about it. And he's
exactly.
Like, I'm rich,
but it's
bitch.
Okay.
It doesn't matter because he doesn't have to fucking pander to anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
And he doesn't,
which is awesome.
But yeah, the guy, I listened to some of the episode of when he was kicked, like for what he was kicked off, and he does an Asian voice, and then he says chinks.
Oh geez, that's so bad.
Yeah, and it's fucking weird to me because like there's groups of people, and I don't care what side you're on. Yeah, at all. Like I really don't. I'm sort of in the middle. I lean certain ways, but I'm not like bound to some fucking. I'm not bound to some fucking described position on. Yeah. I don't even like to get political, but I don't really post.
You're
shit.
Not affiliated to a party.
Yeah. I think it's weird. There's like it specifically goes on. I would say both sides, man. It's not just the left or the right, but I
completely agree.
You see the right get offended by stupid shit like
all the fucking time.
Fucking some football player kneeling. Yeah. Like who fucking cares?
Let him fucking kneel.
Yeah, that's in his First Amendment, right? Who cares?
We can think he's a tool.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy the shit. It doesn't matter.
You're still gonna fucking yeah.
But like, it's annoying for me because I like to say whatever the fuck I want, even though I'm not like I don't really act the way people meet me and they're surprised I'm not like this fucking person that's
it's saying shit about things that people shouldn't get offended by.
Yeah.
And you're not directly insulting them, but they feel it that way,
Yeah, there's
like dogs are stupid. I'm offended. I'm a dog owner. Now you're in the shit list.
Cats, that's the one I go But I think if we have laws in the United States where we don't, you can't get arrested for saying stuff, even racial shit. we should want to hold on to that, because like the people screaming most about it are probably the biggest offenders of free speech. They're, calling for violence. They're doing all this stuff.
Absolutely. They're trying to silence you.
It's fucking silly. And I think the more that we go into this place where just simple shit where we're like afraid to say something because of what could happen, the more you lose your rights to say anything you want.
Yep.
Which I think is the most beautiful.
Just walk around with fucking tape over our mouths.
It's the most beautiful part about being American is you get to say whatever the fuck you want without any repercussions.
And that's real
other
freedom.
than people will get mad at you. And I mean, people could beat you up for shit you say. It happens all the time.
Yep.
But you're not going to go to jail for saying whatever the fuck you want. It shouldn't really be any other way.
Absolutely.
I think.
I agree.
We're all raised to fucking say whatever we want. And because that you come out, there's like a lot of comedians out there, a lot of, people that's the last safe haven of free speech these days is being a comedian.
Yeah.
And so now this dude goes and fucking says some stupid shit. Who cares? Like, Dave Chappelle said it on his episode. Remember, motherfucker, you're on Netflix and you're about to give me a fucking 1-star rating, or however he said it. He's like, you clicked on my face. Now, right how I said it, people would be like, you're racist. Fuck off. Anyway, what's your thoughts on it?
I agree 100%. I think that if we limit ourselves to what the minority wants, then we're going to be slaves to it,
Yeah.
And we'll be crawling back in our fucking holes and never coming out. I don't want to feel like I'm controlled, and having free speech is a way of being free.
Yeah. I mean, this podcast isn't going to change anything.
No, hell no.
Like, if it's frustrating for me because like I want to say the shit like I've said in every episode, like just random shit that I think is funny. But the more that like people scream at, and honestly, like the comedians that fucking care, like about, you see out there, they start to care about it and they start stopping themselves from saying stuff or censoring their words. It's like it starts trickling down to smaller groups like us or whoever out there. It's fucking frustrating. You need those big names to stand up to that shit, because like nobody's gonna scream about me, nobody. I'm not gonna. I have no fear of any repercussions based on what I say, but those people do, apparently, because they want to be in Hollywood or whatever. But I think if any of them are listening, probably not, but if they are, like I think they have a responsibility to be as open with their words as anybody else.
Yeah,
be as vile.
Yeah, absolutely.
If it's whatever you want to say, you want to be say racist shit, say it. If it's comedic, like not trying to hurt people or whatever.
Yeah,
but
you're
if
not
it's
inciting things.
If you want to be as vile, degrading, and whatever, I think, and that's what you want to do, I think you have an obligation for the rest of us to fucking keep free speech alive in the First Amendment. Yeah. They want to just fucking take everything away.
There's impulse words that people use, and they don't think, like these minority groups are going to get offended by every fucking thing you do, no matter what. You're going to say something that's going to offend somebody in one way or another.
Yeah.
And what's upsetting is we've been saying things for our entire lives that people now are getting offended by because they want to feel important. So there's, the mankind, people kind type of thing, like the fucking Canadian dude, Trudeau or whatever his name is. So somebody says, saying something about
put blackface on, dude.
Saying something about mankind, and he stops the person. No, we say people kind because you don't want to offend.
Did you see that
somebody else?
Did you see that thing I posted? The OK sign.
Yeah. So now the OK symbol is a hate sign, and then the fucking bowl cuts. Are you serious? I had a bowl cut when I was a kid.
I think that has to do with it because that fucking the school shooter. I think it has to do with it. I didn't read the full part on why bowl cuts.
Is nuts.
But if you have a bowl cut, you should fucking labeled as something. You're a fucking weirdo.
Some kids have them, Yeah. It's an easy haircut.
Not for kids. I'm talking about like adults. Who the fuck has?
I'm gonna get a bowl cut.
Yeah.
Just to exercise my haircut right.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like I was watching a video.
Okay.
I was watching a video.
What the fuck is that even from?
It's just an OK sign.
Somebody hit me up and they're like, so I guess the diver community is like the biggest offender of that because that's how you communicate.
Exactly.
I don't know. I'm not a diver, but I know that you do.
Somebody's going to get mad when they're diving, looking at another diver.
Yeah.
Spear him with his spear gun.
Yeah. I'm offended.
I was watching a video recently. I won't say who said it because I don't want people. No, fuck it. It was some UFC fighters, and they're getting into an argument off-site They get into a confrontation, and one calls the other one a faggot.
Yeah.
So that's just impulse because it's an insult. It has been an insult our entire lives. I know it as an insult, but I don't know it as...
And different groups take it different ways.
Yeah, exactly. I don't identify it as this person. I don't take it like some people say, oh, that represents a gay person. Not in my mind. I just use it as, hey, this word is an insult to me. I don't say, hey, I'm calling this person a dick sucker. Yeah. This person doesn't literally suck somebody's dick. Yeah. That's not what I use it. Faggot is a derogatory term. You have freedom of speech to say it.
But that group will take it a certain way.
Yeah. So it's like they own it for some reason.
Yeah.
They own that word and they want to own it because it represents them. Is what's in their head.
Never understood why the majority has to feel bad for the minority's own personal fucking.
I have gay friends and they're cool as hell. I have no problems with them. I don't call them faggots. You know what I mean?
Yeah. People don't understand.
I don't hate them.
But regardless of, it doesn't matter. It's just fucking words. I think what really it is like there's words that are said that really deeply affect people and for specific reasons. But it all goes back to mental weakness.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're fucking weak.
It's something in there that just lets
I don't know.
It just
there's a lot of people fucking upset. This is gonna be the episode where all the patrons go away. They're just like, these guys are assholes. But I'm not erasing anything. Yeah. So good show. This is where lose all the sponsors, all the patrons go away. You're the faggot.
But we'll keep talking.
Yeah. What else, man?
I don't know, man.
Oh, I like this episode's going on long after this happened, but I like how Nancy Pelosi the other day was like spitting out some
her teeth,
spitting out her teeth, some constitutional nonsense.
Oh my god!
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
She was like talking about the Constitution. It's like, well, then what are all the other
exactly? This is against this person's against the Constitution.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so you're going after several amendments.
I saw this this funny little thing. It's like, I don't know who posted it, but it was like seeing Nancy Pelosi cite the Constitution as like the devil reading scripture.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Shit's funny.
It's a good analogy.
Yeah. That was pretty good. I laughed.
Hell yes.
LOL'd.
Lolled.
So anyway, what else we got for today? For this episode,
I don't know, man.
Of nonsense, racial shit in our clan rally,
weird dreams and racial shit.
Racial shit. What else? What else we got? We got next time. I think if we do more episodes this month, we gotta do the Mandy.
The review.
Review. I'm probably gonna watch it again because there's some stuff I want to go over in depth, and I think.
You're going to take notes?
I did take
watching
notes.
The movie?
I did take notes.
Holy fuck. No, write this down.
I took notes because some of the visual stylings of it are the super impressive. So like the red color grading of it, like the whole thing was red and it all kind of like meant shit.
Is it like independent film or something, or is it just...
I think it is.
Okay.
I don't know if it was in the theaters, but it was. We can get into it.
Yeah. We'll review it.
They've got some deeply disturbing shit in it.
Nice.
That when we do that episode, it'll be a spoiler warning, even though it's been out for a few years. But none of us. I haven't seen it before. I heard about it, and I was like, I gotta go check it out. I don't really like scary movies. Like it is. After seeing this movie, like it's kind of like it wasn't really scary anyway. You saw them.
Yeah.
But that's not really a scary movie for kids. I think it is, but it's more shocking in places, I guess. Violent, but this movie is just fucking weird. Like it's weird and violent and funny at places, and it kind of sits with you.
Okay.
Do you see Requiem for a Dream?
Yes.
That one's like Mandy's not like that where it stays with you. It still does a little bit, but Requiem for a Dream makes you feel dirty after watching it. It's like, oh, fuck it. The ending.
Why did I keep watching?
Oh my God. It's fucking horrible. I'm not going to talk about that one. But yeah, the next episode we should do a movie review.
Yeah, cool.
Of that.
I'm down with it.
And I don't want to ruin it for you. But there's cool things like the way they color it. It's like an 80s. They make it like an 80s film. And then just some of the shit that they do. like some, I don't want to talk anymore about it because I don't want to ruin it for you, and I don't want to ruin it for anybody. So next episode we'll do, maybe not the next episode, but one of the next episodes we'll do a review of
coming soon,
and I'll take notes on not the whole thing, but I'll bring up, maybe you could do that during it and be like, oh, I like this about it, and I'll break it down into sections.
Hell yeah,
we'll talk about each. So that'd be cool.
I like it.
Right. So with that, if you like this episode, if you like to support it, go to strikeforceenergy.com, use code EvilVibes, you get 20% off your order. And then if you order more than $35, which is what I do because I'm on that subscription plan, fool.
Hell yeah.
I'm on that subscription plan. I use my own code and they give me some kickback. So nice. All that goes to support the podcast as well. We're doing a lot of things to support the podcast because that's the push I'm going for. Aries Clothing and Evil Vibes is great, but I want to really dive deep into the podcast and get, really
deep,
deep, so real fucking deep. Oh, I'm so fucking deep in the podcast. I want to get, more involved with it because we got like 29 episodes right now.
Yep.
But I want to start fucking smashing it. I want to do it. I want to have a place for us to go to do it as opposed to just
as
do
often
it wherever.
As we can to have these fucking conversations, man.
Because a lot of this shit, a lot of times we have to wait or whatever just because of life, business, and whatever. And I want to be I want a place to go. So that's what we're doing. And by you going and buying Strikeforce Energy, which is a super dope drink, I've been drinking it for a while. Mark has too.
Goddamn right.
And you use code EvilVibes, not only you get 20% off, you get free shipping over $35. So, and that applies to subscriptions and everything. And then it goes back into support the podcast. I've said that 2 times now. I went over the same thing twice because that's what I do.
Twice is nice.
Yep. And it gets you jazzed up like I was in the beginning part of the episode.
Oh, hopped up on Strikeforce.
So yeah, do that. And with that, you got any closing words?
Fucking subscribe, man.
Subscribe to the podcast on any of the platforms. We're on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Google Podcasts.
Spread the word.
Castbox. And
your girlfriend might not like it, but then again, she might.
People get mad at it. People's girlfriends get mad at it, but then they secretly like it because we've got a bunch of female subscribers. Thank you.
Yep.
But yeah, subscribe, and then you're helping us get our ratings up and get more exposure. Because the more exposure we have, the more visibility we have, and the better it gets, the more motivated and
the better equipment we get.
If you have any topics you want us to hit up, because we're kind of doing a cornucopia. Thanksgiving's coming up.
Smorgasbord.
Thanksgiving's coming up. Shameless pug. Shameless pug shits on my floor and goes, deal with it.
Just snobs his nose up. Fucking pug nose.
I mean, pugs are shameless. Shameless pug for cornucopias. You can get them at Amazon. Beautiful. I want to make this podcast, even though it's the Violent Professional podcast, I want to do a cornucopia of topics.
Absolutely.
And that's the 5th time I've said cornucopia on the Violent Professional podcast. So send us some topics to talk about. DM us at Violent Professional on Instagram. You can send it on Facebook, but I probably won't fucking look at it.
There's going to be some really stupid topics that come out of this.
Kind of are, man.
Who talk about guns?
Yeah, dude. My favorite episode was the one with the gun guys on
Talk about when you got out of the military.
Yeah. It's fucking God damn it. God, you brought it up.
I did.
You know how much I try to avoid it with
fucking on purpose, too.
So stupid. I don't have anything people are like, why don't you talk about it, bro? It's because I lived a life because and I don't fucking care.
This is different.
Life is more important than a singular box type of fucking episode of my life.
Yep.
It made me who I am in part today, but I don't feel like I have to fucking go over it. There's a lot of people you can look at on Instagram if you want to get that.
Yeah, and they'll tell you.
Yeah, if you want to listen to people that want to tell you over and over again.
Just ask Tim Kennedy.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Had to say it.
He'll tell you.
Tell you all about it.
Go DM him. Tell him to listen to the Violent Professional podcast. I can't even talk. Go tell him.
I don't even want his name on this fucking episode. But you
Tim
did.
Schmennedy.
But anyway, send us some topics to talk about.
Cool ones. Different ones.
Some weird stuff. We'll try to
send us some weird shit, and we'll try to make something of it.
As we get into the future of this podcast. I want to have a couple. I want to start narrowing down episodes that we get into. Like obviously like the dudes from Florida.
Yeah.
We're going to have a very like different kind of creative shit like Florida Man, Mole People. We're doing, I think the next time I meet up with them, we're going to do Mole People 2.0.
Nice.
They're a very unique kind of like way that they do things. So we're going to, you know, have that kind of episode. Then I want to do like general topics of conversation, like what me and Mark do, which is always weird. Speaking of meanwhile, I think we gotta make a spreadsheet of shit where we both like input ideas for like the cockfighting episode.
Yeah.
Like that was like, we actually researched the torture stuff.
Yep.
Me and Mark here will do like more violent type of historical type shit, and then just random gap fillers like today's episode. And then as we go into the next year's going to be, we're going to
more
hit the
stops
ground running.
On the Animal Train.
Yeah. Animal Train 2.0 maybe, I think. So, yeah. Anyway.
It'd be a good time.
With that.
Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to you. Oh. So, in summation, go check out strikeforceenergy.com, Cleared Hot Co., clearedhot.team, ariesclothing.com, evilvibesco.com. And subscribe to us on Instagram.
Hell yes. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
If you like this episode, please consider subscribing to us on Patreon by visiting patreon.com/violentprofessional. By subscribing, you have access to all the episodes as soon as we upload, as well as bonus content that you can't see anywhere else. You can also support us by simply giving us a positive rating on your listening platform of choice. And above all, thank you for the continued support of the Violent Professional Podcast.